A panel of Capcom employees shared stories with the crowd at New York Comic-Con about how they broke into the gaming industry, and it might not be as hard as you think. The business may be small, but there are a wide variety of jobs available in the fields of product development, marketing, engineering, graphic design, testing, promotion, animation, and more. Sandy Ferrara believes it's all who you know, suggesting people talk to friends and family, search LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, and research the company they want to work for. The panel did emphasize the importance of being willing to work for free. They explained that it is important to search for internships, work hard, and prove yourself to be irreplaceable to the company.
Pretty much everybody will hire you if you work for free. Work for free, seriously, like an internship will get you in the door almost anywhere you never thought was possible. So I did that. I got a degree in English with no aspirations to go write for video game magazines. In Florida, there's none of those there. And I got an internship. Turns out I'm okay at this, I can do that. But everybody wants to write about video games. And nobody wants to leave their position writing about video games. So it was sort of like, what I did is to make myself irreplaceable is look for holes. And this is like 05, 06. Nobody knows what social media is. Nobody knows what a podcast is. Nobody wants to jump in front of the camera and talk. So I did all of those things.
This panel may have been all about Capcom, but their advice applies to all potential video game jobs in the industry.
Recognize your expertise and focuses. Actually be honest with yourself, like what is it you want to do? It's kind of like you gotta be laser focused. Like I want to go into graphics, I want to go into production, whatever it is, because that will give you some kind of track to follow. If you have too many, you know, it's easy to get distracted, right?
Members of the panel even stuck around after the presentation to give advice to eager listeners.
Well, everyone's mostly been asking that because I was a student, or I am a student, I'm finishing up school, how to break out from college straight into your first job. And my main advice was your first job doesn't have to be in the gaming industry. You can do that later on in your life. The idea is just to get the foot in the door, get the experience, and then to prove to developers and publishers that, hey, I have skills and whatever you need. So here's my resume, here's my portfolio, here's all the experience that I have over the years, you know, and then just go from there. So if you want to be a designer, you don't have to necessarily be a graphic design. You don't have to apply for a graphic design position. You can start off in QA like Christine did, network people inside the company, and then you can start to, you know, move up from there. You might even discover that your field isn't graphic design. You might discover that you actually prefer marketing or development, you know, so.
If you start out in QA, you need to be able to communicate, you need passion, and you need to be willing to work hard. And from within the QA group, as long as you're doing the best that you can and communicating as much as you can, you have 10 paths in front of you. You could go into marketing, you could go into PD, you could go into graphic design, you could do creative services. There's tons of different things you can do as long as you have the drive to do it and you see a need. The key is to be useful. When you're useful, people come to you and you build a reputation as that's the go-to person and that person is indispensable and you basically can go just about anywhere that you want.
Marisa Christian, IB Times TV.